Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Motorsport Manager with the Phoenix Knights Racing Team. Righty-ho then, so it's Sydney, Australia. It's race number 14, which means there's 3 races to go, including this one. And our car seems to be slipping a little bit behind the others in terms of the development, but we're going to continue to do as best we can. And we start here today. Right, it's the usual procedures. Tyre wear is high, same sort of set of tyres as we got in Singapore. The temperatures are looking rather chilly, which means that the softer tyre might actually be the better choice today. And there's only 16 laps, so it's going to be a bit of 7.63, I think. Oh no, 7.6. Okay, 7.7. 7.72. 6.72? No? No? 7.62. There we go. 7.62. There we go. Right. See you in qualifying. Right, another smooth practice session, dry all the way, and we managed to get all of the bonuses that we need. So, it's qualifying. Super soft tyres, of course. Super soft bonus with qualifying trim. And off we tootle. It's going to be a dry one across the board, so we'll simulate and see what our drivers can do. Can Sundin maintain her form? Having a good race last time in Singapore, can she do it again? She's ahead of Surikov after the first qualifying run. '14th and 15th, wow. If you needed evidence that we're slipping behind the pack, that's it. Out-qualified by both of the Rosato Corsas and one of the Van Dorts. Pretty grim, isn't it? Pretty grim viewing. Okay. Gonna have to be patient. Phoenix Knights fans are gonna have to be patient. They don't know what we're doing, but we are certainly not sleeping. We are looking at next season. Our car next season will be very competitive. We're almost certain. At least that's what we think. Right then, so Sundin actually needs a little touch less on the old speed. Something like that will probably be an improvement. Okay, so we need to do 5 lap stints, don't we? And it's pretty cold, so I'm going to risk doing 5 laps on the first stint for Sundin. So there's 6 laps of fuel. So I think she's going to be making use of the super softs more often, and certainly Surikov will be making use of the same. So if he's doing 5, he will go the distance and do 6 for his first stint. So super soft tyres, she's doing 5 laps. Wait a minute. She's doing 5 and he's doing 6. 7 laps of fuel. Down as 8 laps of fuel, I don't know why. He's only got 7. Anyway, let's see what happens. Becker on pole with Balcazar second, F. Spinoza in third and Fisher is fourth. The old Steinman, Scuderi, Rossini lockout. Chapman is fifth with Sylvander in sixth. De Graaf is in seventh. And Veracruz is in eighth with De Wolf in ninth and Lipponen in 10th. And he's starting, as is Veracruz, on worn tyres. An interesting strategy, if ever I've seen one. Okay, medium tyres for Mr. Rosato Corsa. In these temperatures, that might not be the best bet. Going to struggle to get some heat into those bad boys, I think. 14th and 15th for Phoenix Knights, but given some of the strange strategies we're seeing, we're not out of this just yet. half-worn tyres and medium tyres and a track that's going to be fairly cold? I don't know, I'm not convinced, as we get off and racing. And a very good start by Sirikov, and he isn't finished yet because he's going around the outside here of several cars, and he is up into 11th, and I don't think he's finished yet. Somebody's off. It's Larson. Sundin in 12th, Sirikov still pushing. Still pushing. He's in 10th now in the points, and Sundin looks like she's trying to force her way past Vera Cruz, and she makes it stick for now. As Sirikov starts to hunt down De Wolf. And in fact Sundin is passing Sirikov. The nerve of the woman. The nerve. Okay, let's just take a wee peek at the old fuel situation. She's going to do 4 more laps, that's fine, plenty of fuel for now. We'll just overtake mode for a little bit longer. Seems to be working relatively well. And come on, there we go. Sundin, 11th, Sirikov, 9th. And Sirikov has got Lipponen in his sights, and Lipponen is looking a little bit sluggish there as Sirikov is pushing. Here he goes. He's up into 8th, and Sundin is not far behind as we just now begin to pop him down a little bit. So far so good. It's a long lap though, so we just got to be careful with the tyre wear. Okay. In fact, we're just getting into the hot zone here, so just need to be careful here. So Sirikov 8, 4.35, 3.39, that looks about right to me. Just going to turn down the tyres for a lap or two, about, yeah, maybe a lap or two, and then put the heat back into them a little bit later. This of course will affect us, affect our pacing a little bit, I think. But as long as we've got track position, we should be okay. 2 Panthers ahead of us, racing each other. Wouldn't it be marvellous if they took each other out? Wouldn't it be just? So given the relatively cool temperatures here that we're seeing, a lap or two on these neutral should just allow us to turn the heat up once again very shortly. So Sundin's got 2 more laps, Sirikov has got 3. Soon he'll have to turn down his engine to make his stint work. I'll turn it back up again. And I think she's passing. I think she's passing. She is passing. She's up into 9th. She's passed De Wolf. So we're in 8th and 9th right now. It's a good start, but still a long way to go. Okay, so as we're coming round now into the final sector, not really making any inroads on the cars ahead of us. So Sirikov in 8th, Sundin now going to give her, I think we'll actually just leave her on high. I don't think there's any need to push her any harder than this. Set a super sauce for her second stint, and a 6-lap stint for her second stint. And Sirikov's got 1 more to do after this. Okay, so Sundin coming in for her first stop now. Very shortly. Just have to complete the second half of this lap first. Keeping that Risotto Corsa and that Kitano at bay for the time being. The tyre's just beginning to go off now, but it's not a problem. She's going into the pits. Let's hope that there's no mistakes. Right, so Sirikov, he's coming in. He will do a Another 6-lap stint. There we go. Mistake with the tyres, but that shouldn't be a problem because they've been changed before the fuel went in, so that's okay. It's the jacks or the fuel that's an issue. If you have a mistake with the jacks or the fuel, that will add time to your pit stop. The tyres are fine. Look all the mistakes you want on the tyres, friends. Okay, so Sirikov, his tyres now beginning to give up the ghost, but just coming around now onto the pit straight. And I noticed that Sundin is actually held behind some traffic. Although the traffic is actually quicker than her, so it's not a problem. Where is she going to feed out here? Where is she going to feed out? She is going to feed out. Oh my god, what a train of cars to come out behind. She feeds out in 16th. She's gone backwards after the first stops. This is not a good situation. Look at this. It's like a moving roadblock. Meanwhile, Sirikov is in 11th. There are still 3 cars to pit, but he's 25 seconds behind most of them. 25 to 20 seconds behind them. Will that be enough for the pits? For him to come out ahead of them when they make their pit stops? I don't think so. And he's got a very quick Scuderia Rossini all over the back of him right now. In fact, 3 cars to pitting here. Up into 9th, that's fine. We can live with that. Hopefully get a bit of a tow from Balcazar. Just keep on the heels, hot on the heels. Sundin is going to have to pass these guys, otherwise her race is screwed. I don't think she's going to have the pace. Which is going to be a frustrating race for Sundin from this point forward, I feel. Sirikov just has to keep De Oster behind him. I don't think he's going to make any forward movements. I think 9th will be the best that he can hope for. Why are we not using overtake mode here? We've been using normal mode for some bizarre reason, but anyway, at least he has a bit of fuel saved now, so he can push to hopefully pull away from De Oster. Doesn't seem to be happening. Keep an eye on the old times here. He's less than a second. Although he is pushing quite hard, so when he turns his engine down and things, I think we'll be okay. Becker with the fastest lap of the race. Hardly any surprises there. Sundin in 14th, and she's looking like going backwards here. They're going forwards. Going to give her full engine mode now at this point. Turn up Sirikov's pushing of the tyres. Get some heat into them. And also keep that gap to De Oster above 1 second if we can. Balcazar's tyres are looking a little bit worn, aren't they? Okay, so 2 more laps after this one for Sirikov, and 1 more lap now for Sundin. So she's going to come into the pit. She's going to go on to this final stint here. 5 laps remaining. We're going to actually just put in enough fuel to get her over the finish line. Going to short fuel her in the hope that spending less time stationary putting fuel in will give her a helping hand. Her tyres, she's going to have to do a full lap of this long lap with red tyres, which isn't ideal. what else can you do? Meanwhile, Surikov in 6th. He's got one more lap after this one. We'll push him on the next lap on the tyres. Keep him on normal for now. Fuel is looking fine. So this is it. Push and push. Come into the pits. Go onto the tyres. Just enough tyres to get him across the line. Enough fuel to get him across the line, sorry. So where does Sundin feed out here? She feeds out into 17th position. It's pretty bad really, isn't it? She's had a torrid race. On the other hand, Surikov isn't doing too badly. Just enough fuel to get him into the pit stops here. Because this is pretty much a splash and dash really. Only 4 laps of fuel going in. And out. There we go. Splash and dash. He's in 11th. He's not got too much excess fuel, so he's just going to have to watch his pace. There are a couple of cars ahead that need to pit as well, so he could get in the points. We are in the same position we were when we had the first stop. So the Oster behind us, same sort of position here, so I can't see why we wouldn't be in the points here. De Wolf has to pit. Some issues with the car. On both cars, in fact. It's fine. It's fine. Stop moaning. Surely Gonzalez has got to pit. At least one driver has got to pit here to allow us to get into the points. 2 laps to go for the leader, Becker. He's on a charge in this championship. Looks like the Steinman in the second half of the season have really developed their car pretty well. Okay, so De Wolf's in the pit. Let's have a look at him, if we can get a click on him here. Is he going to get out ahead of Surikov? It looks like he may just, in fact, change that. No, he doesn't. And we are not on excess fuel here, so we're going to have to just go a little bit steady. Just going to have to take it steady here. 2 laps to go. Fuel is just dipped below what we need, and there we go, back on excess. We're going to take it closer. It's going to be a close finish here. Surikov in 9th. Everybody else has pitted, so this is as high as we're going to get. Can we stick ahead of De Wolf? Just got excess fuel. 1.9 seconds. He's doing a damn good job of staying ahead and just managing that gap. Sundin is having a nightmare of a race. After her first stop, she got stuck in some traffic, and I think that didn't help. And then she doesn't have the pace in the car, or the driving ability really, to get past. Struggled to pass. Even the slower cars, the Thornton ahead of her, she couldn't get past that. I don't think we're going to have to push this. The gap is coming down, but it's not coming down quick enough. He's making a last gasp dash, isn't he? And across the line in 9th place, Sundin is going to run out of fuel. Right on the line. 16th. Good grief. Well, at least Sirikos back in the points. Not a bad effort, to be fair. He did well. 2 stops, 3 stints on the super softs. So it was fairly comfortable. Yeah, Sundin just not having a good day in the office. Gone are the days we could get both cars in the points. No penalties. So we do get the sponsor objective. And maintain our 6th position. Kitano's still ahead of Windsor in the constructors. Another fan of Sundin. She's got a few. She's got a few, bless her. And I'm sure they're all feeling her pain. Our front wing is built, which means we have one more to build to get ourselves ready for next season. Right, so it was that. It was that. And then it was that. But to unlock that, we need to use an epic part, which is kind of sucky because they're all rubbish. Why can't we... Oh, bugger. I know what's happened here. I know what's happened here. I know what's happened here. Because for our front wing we didn't use an epic part. We didn't use a great part in this wing. Because we didn't use a great part, we actually didn't unlock the epic components. So we've just wasted time and money on a front wing which is no use to us. We've got to use one of these parts to unlock the epic components. Damn. Right, okay. 7 days. It's before the next race, so we still will have our final wing built before the next race, but we have wasted about... How much did it? 4 days? I think it was 4 days. We've wasted 4 days, and more importantly, we've wasted some cash. Never mind. You live and learn. It's only my, what, 8th season? Rita Mabum. Not good enough. Sorry, Rita. I'm so sorry. But you're not good enough, dear. Not good enough. We shall press on. Couple of scouted drivers, some sponsor deals will hopefully allow us to gain a bit more cash. There we go. Right, now we can cook with gas. So it's that one. It's that one, 1178. It's that one. No, it's not. It's that one, 1193. And it's that one, 1233. And that'll do us. 8 days. So 1233 should be the best we've got. Yeah. So we'll have 1178 and 1233 to take forward to next season. Oh no, 1193, sorry. 1193 and 1233. Now, this will be built before the next race. So 3 people scouted. We've got Vial. No good. We've got Lindroth. Not bad. Good marketability. Some potential to get up there. And Volkov. Not good enough. Right. Upfront payments are required here. 7th or above is probably a bit of a push, but 10th or above is doable, so we'll go for that one. And as for this one, we ain't getting first or second place, so we'll go with $1 million up front, thank you very much. That'll offset our blunder with the front wing. Some more scouted drivers. Let's have a look. It's Sofia Bukalova. Not very good. We've got one more driver and then that's it. And she isn't looking marvellous from her stats. So we have uncovered all the drivers, which means that we are going to have a decision to make. Because we have sight of every driver possible. Where's Valdez? He finished in 11th. He slipped down to 2nd in the championship. Right, so our final front wing is built. It's not going to get any better because we're not going to develop it. We don't have the slots to develop it. So that is as much as it's going to get. That's as high as it's going to get moving forward to next season, which is a little bit disappointing. However, we still have some cash left over. We still have a little bit of time. There's still 2 races to go. So we will now focus on the rear wing and see if we can improve that. So 1268, 1278. Let's get some wings built. Let's see if we can push the wing up to above average, the rear wing. By hook or by crook, I will have myself a decent car next season. By hook or by crook. Alright, so wings done. So we're done again. So there goes another race weekend. The wings are being constructed now. The rear wings, the front wings are done. The brakes are done. The car, as you've seen, is looking. Well, if this is the stats that we have next season to start with, we're going to be battling with the Windsors and Kitanos, I think. So if we put a little bit of money into the chassis, improve the chassis a touch more, maybe, possibly we'll be up there battling with them. But the important thing now is we pretty much have all of the drivers scouted out. Scouted or otherwise. So who on earth are we going to get? It's unlikely to be a pay driver at this moment in time. So what I'm going to have to do is, off camera, I shall have a real in-depth look at the 4-star drivers plus and make a decision. Maybe I might have a shortlist. Maybe shortlist it down to 3 drivers and then give you guys the opportunity to cast your opinion. So I'll go through and shortlist a few that I think are potentials, and then I'll open it up for your opinion. So that will be in time for the next session. So join me then. See you soon.